Yo, what is going on, guys? We are back with another video of Project Architect 2, and in this video we are going to be finishing up what we were working on last episode, which was Draconic Evolution, trying to get that the Draconic core so that we can finish the, if we look at the quests, so we can finish the adventure bound dragon quest, which we need to infuse Dragon's Breath and then a Draconic core, which we did figure out how that is supposed to be done. We'll wait for this block to be done, toss another one in. This is a Nicotic crystal just so we can start generating some more power. So we have that going up. And then if we look down here, so we have our mob farm, but the thing with the mob farm is it does not work when we are not around. So what we need to do is we need to make this conduit, which we did get Heart of the Seas, thankfully, between episodes, which we just found one. So we can make a conduit. We can actually learn this real quick by putting this right here. Now we don't ever have to make it again. We just know it. And then if we open this up, put that right there, and then we are good to go. Now this will work 24/7 even when we're not around. The other thing, as you can see in my inventory, I do have this red matter pickaxe, and that's because I was digging out an area. As you can see, this area right here, I'm trying to get better at decorating and kind of trying to switch it up and make things just a little bit different. This is supposed to be like an omniant room, if that's how I pronounce that right, because this is where we're going to do our actual Draconic evolution instead of in our room over here. And we also are going to do our Apotheosis Enchanting. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this stuff on the road. So if we come up over here, we have our fusion stuff that we needed. So last episode I left off, we made one Wyvern fusion crafting injector, but I went ahead and made all 8 of them that were needed for us to progress further, because it was just the same ritual repeated. And I did figure out a little bit more. I just played around with it for a while. This looks to be the center block in this area, and I believe these have to be 3 away, like so. This is how I did it previously, was like that, and then I just slapped these power gates on the back of them, which looks like we need one more ender gate for right here. So these should be charging up technically, I believe. We're gonna put these on single item mode. And now what we need to do is we need to craft the Awakened Draconium block, which is like this. So it takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Draconic cores and a Dragon Heart plus 4 Draconic blocks. So let's go at that. Let's make our blocks real quick. We need 3 of these. We need 1 Dragon Heart, and then we need to make 4 of these, I believe. Right? Six. We need 6. So we can go ahead and put these in. So it's 4, 5, 6, and that, and then we put that in there. Go ahead, craft that up, and that's crafting. So that'll give us our 4 Draconium infused blocks. Oh, that is infusing so much faster. Those hold so much more. That is awesome. So we actually don't need these injectors anymore. Those can go in there. But now we have our infused Draconium blocks. So we have our infused or awakened Draconium ingot awakened. So now we need how many Wyvern cores? We need 4 Wyvern cores. So let's make those. So 4, so we need 16 of the regular. And to make the Wyvern, it does take nether stars. So I don't believe we have 4 nether stars. No, but that's not that big of a deal because we can get those because we do have basic, not nether stars automated, but the resources needed for Nether Star is automated. So we have 37 heads, so we just need some soul sand. And we are going to need 4 of these, I believe. So I will go ahead and do these and be right back. All right, so we now have our 4 Nether Stars needed to craft the rest of these. So we need 2 more of those. So now we have 4 of those, right? So 4, 4, and then 1 Nether Star. So now we can take these and put 4 of those down, 4 of those down, toss our Nether Star in, and then craft our core. The animations on this are actually really cool. And there we go. We have our draconic core crafted. And then now on this side over here, we're gonna have to get into, there's nothing in this, but I have it in here, but we need to get into some of our apotheoses. So what we can do is we go L, hit L, which will pull up our menu. There's Apothic spawners, which is nice. And then if we find the secrets of enchanting right here. So let's grab ourselves an enchanting table. And we will put this one right here. We can have a couple setups if we really wanted to. And then what we need to do is we need to make a hell shelf. To make a hell shelf, we need potions of regeneration, which is a gas tier. Potion of regeneration, which is a gas tier and a nether wart inside of Monday Potion. So let's see if we have a stand. If we have one right here, so we can go ahead and toss this down. See if we can grab a block. What block? We'll just use polished andesite, because why not? Put that right there. And now we need some bottles. We're gonna need a water source. We're just gonna put a water source in here. Gonna dig a hole right next to this. And then now we have our water source. We can throw those in there. We can keep the bottles on us. And then we need to get a nether wart. Ooh. And powder. Ooh. Powder and then tier. And we need to learn these, which we can put a tablet in here. Tablet. Put a tablet down. Put it on the center. Learn that, thank you, and learn that, thank you. So now when we go nether wart, we have a bunch. Okay, throw that in there. let that cook up, and then we're going to put a gas tier in it. And then we're going to do this process. It's going to take a while because we don't have like a time wand or anything along there. If we go up, we should actually have this block done. We can toss this one in there. And take our 81 levels, because why not? And we can go back to our room. We can actually take our 400 levels. We can move this over this way, because it is where it's going to be needed. Okay, now that's done. Now we need to put the gas tier in, which just will create us some potions of regeneration, I believe, which will allow us to create our health shelf. I believe it's potion of regeneration, yeah. Let's get some more going. So we need one more bottle plus a nether quart. And then now we can toss those in there and we should be able to craft some health shelves. I don't know how many we need. It's not a quest, so we don't need a certain amount. But then there is Mastering the Inferno, which is a... Oh, it doesn't have you jump straight to infused health shelf, which I'm surprised about that. Upgrade, oh, it is to an infused. So we actually are going to need bookshelves. Grab a stack of bookshelves. We need some lapis. And then take those out. Grab 3 more. Put those in with one of those. And then now if we toss this in here, not high enough. Okay. Now is it? To infuse. Enchanting status. Okay, to infuse we need at least 50. And we have none. Set the max. Is it because these aren't filled up? Here we go. We're at 15. So I think we have to put regular health shelves down. Infuse some health shelves, which is fine. Because we can make 3 more like this. It's at 19.5. Grab 3 more. This process is a little tedious, but it's just part of the process. You're at 22.5. While we're waiting on that, we can see if we can get started with some seashells. Which we don't have any prismarine. I thought we had prismarine. We have prismarine crystals. Which won't give us what we need. So three in there, throw that in there. And then we can create more health shelves. Still not there. Well, oh, wait, this is a max that it can give is the 22.5. So we do need to get into, wait, oh, it requires at least 22.5 and 30% quanta. So this should be able, oh, I don't have the levels. Silly me. Let's not take 400. Just take 30. Which it takes 45, I guess. Now we have the infused, which goes up to a max of 27. Which we need, what, 2 of these? Hell shelf. Ah, blazing hell shelf. Okay. We need to make blazing hell shelves. So let's get rid of these right here. Throw our blazing hell shelves down. And now we have the blazing done. So now it goes on to delving into darkness. But we do need to get the purity of the sea. So we do need to get prismarine. Let's toss those in there. Right, because that's awkward. Yep. We could toss this stuff in here. And then we can go get some prismarine. Which I say it like it's going to be an easy task. Let's look up prismarine real quick to see how we can get it. Prismarine. So by slaying the Elder Guardian. Or pulverizing prismarine crystals. How do you make a pulverizer? We actually might be able to just make this pulverizer real quick. Which will just save us some time. So let's see if we can craft this. So we need to make copper gear. Easy. Easy. Sheen frame. 10 ingots. Then we can smelt some tin up, no issue. Do. Now we have a pulverizer, which we will just set this right here for right now, which it is going to need power. We'll grab an ender gate. Slap that on there. Pulverizers in there. Now we just need our prismarine crystals. Also is in there. We don't have any augments in it or anything like that. But we don't need it because we have our prismarine. So that can go in there, and we can just learn this prismarine, like so. And now prismarine should be able to learn the prismarine block, which is not cheap. But now we should be able to make our prismarine shelves, which we need a pufferfish, which we can create and learn. So now we should be able to craft a few of these. And now we have to infuse these, which we might be able to just infuse right away. We just need some levels. Ooh, we need quanta, so let's take some of this away. How much quanta do we need to infuse this? 10, and we have 6. So there we go. Yeah, 5 infused. And so now if we go here, we need to get the sleeping. So if we go seashells, so we need to get to the next level, I believe, which is upgrade and infused. So what this takes that, so we can make that. We might as well just take these away. We might actually be able to do the dragon's breath now. Dragon's breath. To infuse this, it takes 40, no more than 25, and at least 60. And we are sitting at way too much quanta. Okay, that's fine. Because what, oh, this gives 5% quanta, 3%. So we might have to make some melon shelves, which is fine. But what we need to do is we can go into the deep slate shelves. So let's go deep slate shelf. There we go. So deep slate. Make 7 of those. To infuse this, it is at least 40 quanta or arcana, which we don't have 40. So that gives arcana right there. So if we, how much do these give? That gives Eterna up to 15. This gives 2%, 1.75. So this gives the quanta. So we need to make more seashells. And this gives up to, this doesn't have a limit. Okay. So what we can do is take those ones out, put those in. Same thing over here. What are we sitting at now? 44% and 34%. And then to get the infused dragon's breath is at least 60. So what are we at? We're at 40%, 35, and 30. To infuse this, it takes 30, 40, 40. And we are at 30, 35, 40. Right, but to infuse the deep shelf, it is 30, 40, 40. Oh, 30, 40, 40, and we're at 30, 35, 40. So we need to boost our arcana just by 1. So put that in there. 30, 40. 38, 38. Okay, so we're getting there. We're getting there. We just need to infuse one of these. And if we swap this out with that, that'll have us at 38.25. Let's make another one. Oh, we have some seashells. Okay. So which one of you are not enchanted? So now we'll put that in. We are at 38. So if we take this, level you up like that, toss you in there. 42, 38.25. So let's enchant a few more of these. And then take out. Why is that one too? Is it infused? The infused is less? We are infused. Okay, but we were. Let's take these and put those in there. And then just take out those. And we can actually do that. Now this should be high enough. 40, 30, 58. Now we just need the levels. There we go. All right, and we look at this, and now it's like create a sculk shelf using warden tendril. So where's the sculk shelf? Echoing sculk shelf. So if we look right here, we can make an echoing deep slate or echoing shelf like that. And we can make one of these. And this does 15, 5, and 5. So let's just put that there. We're going to need more lapis. Apotheosis, like enchanting, can be just quite a bit. So I think our issue here is just our quanta, because our quanta is too high. Yeah, we can't have more than 25% quanta. So what we can do is we can do melon shelves, because I believe melon shelves take 10% quanta away. Yes. So let's make that. Make some glistening melons. Let's learn this. Then we can just craft these. We have 8 of these. What we should be able to do is just toss those in there. And now our quanta's at 15, which to get this, it has to be, requires at least 15, but no more than 25, 60, and 40. And we are at, okay, it needs 60 and 6 or 40 and 60. Okay. 40 and 60. So we're at 47 and 30. So we need to boost those up, which these. Boom, there we go. Okay. Alrighty, so now that we're back after all of that wildness, this setup that works. It's not the best way to do it, but I finally got it to work to get the enchanted Dragon's Breath, which is a 1-for-3 trade, but we have the enchanted Dragon's Breath now, so we are done with Apotheosis for the time being, and we can also, we got netherite scrap, nice, but we can also craft our Ender Dragon, which is worth 2 million, I believe. That he is, and we can learn that. So now we have it learned, and we can put it on a pedestal. I don't know where I want this pedestal to go, so for right now, it will go right here. But we need to grab a pedestal like that, and then we'll grab orange also to unhollow this out. Put that right there, put that there. Actually, oh, kind of want this up one. So we'll grab another orange block. Put that right there. So now we have the dragon. We only have a few more to do, but that's going to be, for right now, the progress that we go through the adventure mod, because there's some few like odd and end things that we are going to need to do to be able to continue to progress. And so in the next episode, we'll start diving into a few more of the assisting mods, not necessarily the adventure mods, but I do appreciate you guys watching. Hope you guys have a great day, and I will catch you guys later.